What's going on, everyone? How are you doing today? My name is the Leaping Lemur, and before we get into this video, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. It really helps in the algorithm. Last time we saw Daniel Larson, he was speaking through video call and explained that other inmates found photos of his chocolate hot dog through the tablets in jail. From what we could tell, Daniel was not having a great time. And again, we get to see this through video call, where Daniel surprisingly looks the best he has in years.
Bro. For the DA to come up with a plea deal. What we're thinking is we're going to negotiate I think it's going to be reinstate the probation.
So you would have to do another 6 months to a year, probably?
I think it would be another year, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
they would restart it for another year.
That's better than jail time, for sure.
And already have 20 days. I don't know yet, but they're thinking they might add that.
Okay. So your public defender said that they might take the time that you've already done and add it to your sentence.
Yes.
Okay, that is a good sign. I mean, they're screwing you over. It's the legal system nowadays.
It's crazy.
Daniel is finally realizing how real this situation is. Even with the plea deal, things aren't looking great, especially considering Daniel's track record. He was so sure of himself the last call and even believed people on Reddit would band together and pay his bail. But in actuality, Daniel is in this all alone. He has no one truly there for him. Clark just uses him for clout, and Tina and Grace aren't even the real Tina and Grace Vanderwall. And even while sitting behind cold, still bars, Daniel can only think about Grace.
So, I mean, have you been eating again well? Like, what'd you have for dinner tonight?
I've been eating fairly okay. I've been extremely concerned about Grace. And I want to move things forward with, but I need to be out and I need things to go smoother financially.
I agree. I mean, what would be your plan, do you think, with Grace when you got out?
I think I need to get enough money, save up. I feel like I need to get that done within like a month or two. 2 months max.
Similar to the previous call, Daniel is more worried about what Grace is thinking than he is about his own well-being. Daniel just wants to speak to Grace so bad it's pathetic at this point. We see later that Clark tries to tell Daniel not to take his medication, and sure, Daniel seems pretty level-headed here, but he's also extremely delusional and still believes that Grace and Tina Vanderwall really know who he is.
I feel like I'm stuck up in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that no one's like tried to assault you or anything, at least. Did they put you on any medication, or are you still just taking the protein shakes?
No, protein shakes, and I'm not on medication right now.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's probably best, to be honest. Some of that medication changes your mind, you know. I don't know what Latuda does, but I know you don't like it, so.
Like I mentioned previously, Clark tells Daniel to stop taking his medication, which goes by the name Latuda, which is an antipsychotic used to treat disorders such as schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Taking a medication like this can be a crucial step in getting help with mental health issues, and can mean the difference between being a functioning member of society or someone like Daniel Larson.
Other than that, we're just got to keep trying to get money to get you out. Bob still has yet to respond to me. Have you gotten a hold of Bob recently?
Yes, I actually got a hold of Bob earlier today, and he was saying that it was kind of interesting what he said. He said that he was struggling to get a hold of you, and you weren't messaging him. That was what he said. And then I said, can you message him on the same number as before? Which is how I got back a hold of you after I got to Boulder, right?
Yeah.
And So I know that, like, somebody is lying.
It's hard to have sympathy for Bob. I don't know if he's worried about setting Daniel off, but it seems as though he enables Daniel time and time again. Of course, Grace is in a relationship with Daniel Larson, some homeless schizophrenic in Colorado. It's ridiculous he even entertains these ideas. It's sad to see, and I'm sure Clark is fucking with Bob in some way. It makes sense. That guy loves being Daniel's best buddy. He would lick Daniel's toothbrush as long as he could record it and post it.
He's blaming the fact that Grace is a millionaire, that she has enough money to bail me out. But at the same time, we know how Tina kind of controls a lot of her finances right now.
Yeah,
So without Tina, we can't really do anything.
exactly. And Tina's pretty much like been super hard to get a hold of. And every time I get a hold of her, it's like, oh, Grace is practicing or Grace is doing what? And I'm like, well, Daniel needs some fucking support right now.
Daniel is spending all of his time thinking of Grace, which is making me wonder if this delusion also acts as a coping mechanism for Daniel. It's something he can fall back on when life seems low. It's like, shit, he might be in jail, but at least he still has Grace and is dating this famous musician. So either way, he still ends up on top in his mind. It's truly fascinating.
Oh, wait, do you have a message? Oh, do you want to put your face in the camera? I can take a video for the Reddit if you want. Okay, here we go. I'll take a video for you. Daniel is safe, everyone. He's doing well. We need to bail him out if he can't get out by this Friday. But if he wants to say anything, here you go, Daniel.
Yep, I would just say I agree with my friend here, Clark. If anybody can help me out, if I'm not out by Friday, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Daniel makes another plea for people to pay his bail and get him out, but no one wants to bail this guy out. I mean, if it was gonna happen, I feel like it should have already happened. And I was pretty confident until I considered the fact that people are liable for the full amount of bail if Daniel messes up again. So even for someone like Clark or Bob, that's $5,000 they're putting on the line, which is a considerable amount and not really worth it in the long run.
Is there anything you want to say to Grace, I guess? Like, well, we can send a video to Grace, I guess, too, or just give some encouragement.
I would just say, like, I appreciate her being there for me and fighting along with me.
I can't believe Clark has enough time on his hands to talk to Daniel about some catfish pretending to be Grace Vanderwall for like half an hour. It would be mind-numbing to me, and this guy's just feeding Daniel more bullshit like it's nothing. It must be a crazy thing to be able to say you're good friends with Daniel Larson. I mean, at this point, they might even unironically be best friends. Even if Clark is trolling him, it's become such a large part of Clark's existence. Is it even trolling at this point?
I think we have.
I do have a tip for you. This is what I learned when I was in juvie when I was a kid. If anyone fucks with you, you gotta beat the living shit out of them till they can't fucking do anything ever again to you. Don't let anyone mess with you, Daniel.
So, yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. When Clark says this goofy shit, even Daniel seems unimpressed. He's pretty over it. I don't think Daniel wants to get beat up in jail. He probably doesn't need you to egg him on for that to happen. I'm sure Daniel has had his fair share of confrontations so far, so I doubt he wants to draw any more attention to himself. But sure, great advice, dipshit.
Besides that, just if you can show Grace the video and say I'm okay.
Video calls are way cheaper than anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, tell Grace if she wants to set one up. Tell her that, like,
No.
here I have real terrible stuff that I gotta say about Arapaho. I'm going to expose them. I'm gonna be at war with Arapaho. Somebody actually, like, posted on the subreddit, do you think Daniel's having sex in jail? That
Yeah.
sounds about,
Yeah, some guy said that he hopes you drop the soap or something.
Finally, we leave off with Daniel again talking about Grace, and we get to see a peek into the next call where Daniel seems irate. I assume about jail and the number of chocolate hot dogs he's been receiving since his time being there. But anyway, folks, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.